Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at my last battles for this season here, and we're going to be highlighting Palkia. This is going to be before it's going to be getting the buff to Aqua Tail, so it's just going to become better than it is already. So this one is going to be a 15, 14, 15. It's good enough. That's as good as I'm going to get. We already went over this 100 times, so it's okay. We're going to be perfectly fine here. Pairing it up with Zygarde here, as you can see, not the best IVs, but you gotta get what you get, you work with what you get. And then we're gonna be continuing to use the Shadow Excadrill because, yeah, it can take a hit, but man, it has some good resistances as far as the quick moves are concerned. And it hits like a truck, look at that, amazing. So we've been encountering quite a few Palkias, and I'm loving to see this thing go Battle League. It doesn't annoy me at all. I mean, I have one. It is what it is. Everybody's going to use it. It's rank 1 now. And it's just going to be that much better in the next season in a day or something on March 1st when it gets the Aqua Tail buff. So this team is disgusting. And Origin Palkia right now, even before the buff, is just a monster. All right. So, wow, catching that there. Very nice. And the Dialga Origin can be a bit of a problem. It's very good too. Because of the steel type, it's not going to be taking super effective. So if it has a Dragon off, Dragon Breath, Dragon Tail, whatever, it's not going to be taking as much damage as the other dragons. So I just simply didn't get a good one. I'm not going to be investing all those XL candies on a mediocre. Now, I have one that I could power up, you know, but I'm going to wait, okay? Because I don't think any of the good ones have the move that I need, Spatial Rend. But with that said, though, hope you're all doing great. Get ready for the next season. Go Battle League if you're hyped for that. It's looking pretty fun. A lot of Pokemon are getting Brick Break because it is going to be getting a buff. So they're adding it onto their move pool here. But as far as Zygarde here, man, this thing is just absolutely bananas as usual, right? Now, yeah, we are going to be weak to Fairy, and I'll have a few examples of us going up against Xerneas, and we're just going to be perfectly fine. We'll work around the situation. It'll be a lot more comfortable if you do have Earthquake over Outrage, I would have to say. That'll give you a little bit more coverage to go up against those Fairies, seeing that we do have a Palkia, and you can also rely on that Aqua Tail even more so in the next season to go up against those Fairies as well. All right, so up against that Mewtwo, they're going to be retreating. It was a Shadow too, and bringing in their Lugia. We're going to go ahead and throw the Crunch, try to get the defense drop, do a little bit more damage. Bringing in the Excadrill here. Yes, we do resist the flying moves as well as the dragon. This is definitely going to be Sky Attack, so we can easily let it go. That is a move we can take, in fact. All right, so building up a little bit of extra energy for that Rock Slide here, so we can have another one ready to go. Unfortunately, they're going to be getting to their charge move here. Don't recall if I shield this up. This is going to be from a couple of days ago, so this is like 2 or 3 day compilation of videos here because there was just so much news. I wasn't able to get this up here for you. All right, so we're going to be going for that drill run up against, what was that, Mewtwo. They're going to try to Psycho Cut us down, so we're going to swap into the Zygarde here and just absorb this Psy Strike. And that's a Shadow Psy Strike too, man. Zygarde is just disgusting here. Going for the super effective Crunch up against that Mewtwo. They're shieldless, and they do have a Metagross in the back. All right, so should be able to still pull this off here. Now, again, I have to emphasize this. If you're watching this 2 days later, this is before the buff, so it's going to be a lot better now in Master League with that Aqua Tail damage doing more. So they're backing out. We let the Meteor Mash go, and we were still going to be able to take that win, as we do resist Steel because of the water typing. All right, now here we go. Zygarde versus Zarude. Now, perfect. Zarude, what do you know? We're going to be getting that coming back for the next season as well. And good luck to all of you on getting a decent IV one. I think mine was pretty meh. And I don't feel like it's worth investing the XL candies. And if you're thinking, well, you invested in this garbage Zarude or Zygarde. Yeah, I really did. Because it is just that beastly, even with bad IVs. Now, Zarude can also be pretty good with, say, I don't know, 10-10-10. It'll still get the job done and do what it needs to do. It's not like, oh, it's completely garbage. It's like, it's not the best, but you probably don't want to invest in that. So I just felt like it's not worth it. for me personally. But if other people didn't, it's cool. It's definitely good for the Master League for sure, and as well as rating. So we have the Excadrill out here up against that Melmetal. Unfortunately, not enough to take them out. Should I be running Scorching Sands and Mud Slap? I think that's the actual move I should be running. I think I have to go double check that. I haven't looked again. Just kept this move set here for the rating. All right, so we're taking them out, and I think even for rating you want that move set, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. All right, folks, so I just got up to about 25 minutes of commentary, and then I pushed back for whatever reason. I've never done that before, and I didn't know that it just removed all of the commentary that I did. So here we go. Let's do this again. All right, okay, Garchomp. So at least I remember the battles a lot more thoroughly, so let's see what we have going on here. Garchomp hitting like a truck. This thing is crazy strong, and that's not even a Shadow. I mean, Shadow Garchomp obviously will take more damage, but man, such a good Pokemon for sure. Definitely something that you need in your arsenal, as well as Metagross too. All right, so we're going to let that go. I thought it was going to be a Sand Tomb, but it is actually an Earth Power, doing a decent amount, but we still absorb it. They used a shield, we didn't. And we have a double KO, which is great. So we're going to wait for the last second. Dialga, great. We're going to go ahead and bring in that Excadrill here and get to that drill run. This is over. They've already quit. This is not even going to connect. Yes, let's go. Drill run, Excadrill holding it down all the time. I wonder, is this the move I need? And we get a 5-0 there with this team. Let's go. We get a friggin' 5-0 with this beastly team. So we will have examples of going up against fairies so you can see how that works and all that stuff. But Shadow Excadrill, definitely worth your investment. This thing is holding it down with these two legendaries. I mean, it's just amazing. All right, so this is a good matchup for us. Going up against Landorus here, Sandseer Storm is fine. They can go for that over and over again. They are lowering our attack, and they did just swap into their Dialga here. So what's going to happen is we're actually going to go ahead and bring in our Excadrill, and since we did just do that damage there, now this will be a clean KO at this point, and down they go. Remember, we're sitting at a 10 attack too, so if you have 15, you're going to be doing just a little bit more damage. Keep that in mind. All right, getting to the Rock Slide here, we're going to go ahead and just let this go and farm them down with, I believe we go back in here with our Zygarde. And yeah, okay, so they're going to be retreating, bringing in a Mewtwo. We're going to go ahead and get off this crunch here and see if we can drop that defense and hit them with super effective. They're going to be shielding it up, using their first shield. That's pretty much, yeah, what you would want to do right there. And we do have the Palkia in the back lying in wait that is going to be able to take care of the situation here. We could actually let this first Side Strike go too because, I mean, well, I guess we're shielding it up. Probably will let this next one. Oh, double shielding. Okay, so I figured double shield. Mewtwo's doing a lot more damage than the Landorus is. And I'm pretty sure they hit me with a Stone Edge here. And yeah, okay, that's it. So yeah, that's pretty much why I used two shields there. Mewtwo's just doing more damage. Next game, here you go. You have your fairy. How do we play around this? We're bringing in Excadrill, not necessarily the smartest, or that's not necessarily not smart. It's just the only thing I have. I have another dragon. All right, so we're not looking good. We had to use a shield already because of close combat. They bring in Kyurem. We're going to go ahead and just start throwing these super effective rock slides here, which, look at that. It's doing a ton of damage. It's not going to be worth shielding this up. We're going to let it go. The unfortunate part is they just barely didn't take me out there, so now they are able to farm. So we'll go ahead and bring in our Palkia, farm them down. Okay, we're looking good. Of course, they're going to probably be bringing back their fairy here. Nope, they bring back their Reshiram, or bring in the Reshiram. We're going to go straight for the Spatial Rend, see if they want to let it go. And they do, sounds good, and they've got this fairy in the back. So Aqua Tail, remember this. This is not even buffed yet, okay? This is before the new season has started, so it's still at what it is. It's just going to be that much stronger. Unbelievable. So we swap after getting a shield, bringing in our Zygarde here, which is just going to be able to absorb everything. And it's best that we go for the crunch to try to drop the defense there, and we do get a defense drop, having a little bit of a tongue twister here. Okay, and go for a Moonblast. Sounds good. Can we get to this Aqua Tail? All right, let's get it, folks. Again, this is before the buff, and this is just going to be that much more disgusting when it gets it next season. It's going to be crazy. It makes me even happier that I invested in this one here. All right, we have a Tyranitar with Smackdown. This is going to be a great matchup here because of the well, rock to the ground. It's not super effective, or it's not very effective. We're going to let all of these brutal swings go, no problem. This is another case where having Earthquake would be better. And again, if you run this team, you could run Earthquake on your Zygarde. Now, I will say, I do believe there may be a couple of matches that we are going to be taking a look at where going up against another Zygarde, having Outrage is a massive help. It is amazing. All right, so they're bringing in their Dialga Origin here. We're going to go ahead and go for the Outrage, which is doing a pretty good amount of damage here, but it would be better if we had Earthquake. Bringing in the Excadrill, shielding up the Roar of Time, which would have still done a ton, and they do have a Shadow Gardevoir in the back. We have to get to 3 drill runs or we are toast. We're not going to be able to pull this off with the Palkia in the back here. So getting to the next one, we need to get to 1 more. Can the little Excadrill hold it down for us here? And it does. That's all we needed to do. This is a wrap, and we're going to be able to swap immediately, Dragon Breath them down, and we take that win with our Palkia. Looking good, folks. I'm loving this team here. Even if we encounter fairies, if we encounter devil fairies, yeah, it could be pretty much a wrap. All right, so next game we do have Dialga coming back to get its revenge here. We're going to go ahead and go for the crunch, and we're getting a shield out of them. So yeah, I think we're going to actually let this go here. Call an Iron Head, get off another crunch. Now, we don't actually get it off because what's going to happen is we want them to think we're going to go for an Outrage or Earthquake or something like that, and they're just throwing their energy, which is perfect. If we went for the crunch, they probably would have just farmed us down and then had a ton of energy at this point to hit our Excadrill. So best to just let it go and then just save our shield. Excadrill is going to be able to just sweep up things. I'm telling you, this thing is absolutely freaking amazing. So we go for the drill run and bring in our Palkia here. They did let it go. The Mewtwo's almost out for the count, and they get to another one. We have 2 shields, so we will be shielding this up. And what do they have in the back? It is going to be their own Palkia. I do believe they thought I was going to go for Aqua Tail. We go for Spatial Rend. We one-shot it, and then we farm them down with the Palkia. All right, next game we have a Dialga. Sinnoh Dialga, that is. All right, another situation where having Earthquake's just going to be that much better. We're just going to go ahead and go straight for the crunch. I do believe they actually shield this up. Sounds good to me. Hey, let's go. We will call this Iron Head, and we will just absorb it like nothing. And we should be able to get to another... Oh, they are going to be throwing before we do. That's okay. Again, same situation on letting them throw before you do, so they know that, you know, they better throw before they have the big hit come at them, right? Anyways, taking them out, and they do have a Giratina. I really want to power mine up. I do have 200 altered Giratinas that I could actually max out. I do have plenty of candies, one with Shadow Force. Not that it matters because I can just use an Elite TM, but I want to wait for the Shadow. So we do have a Xerneas in the back. How am I going to do this? These fairies, these Xerneas are big trouble. Well, with the Aqua Tail, okay, that's how we're going to be able to do it. This is not even buffed, and it's still just doing so much dang damage. It's great. It's great. Love it. All right, so we will shield up this Moonblast here and actually kind of just keep this thing alive and keep spamming them with the Aqua Tail. And it's crazy because it's doing more damage, and it doesn't even require more energy for the next season. It's going to be nuts. So they go close combat, swap, and unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to pull this one off here. I needed that shield because I didn't know or didn't realize how much energy that the Xerneas had saved up. I mean, the dang thing still has a close combat ready to go or something, I think. And yeah, there you go. It's pretty dang good with that quick move that it does have. All right, so, oh my goodness, they have 1 HP, folks. That was a good game. That was a good game. Can't win them all, but when it comes down to battles like that, it's definitely really awesome. Next game, a very comfortable lead up against this Landorus here because, well, there's really not much it can do. It just hit me over and over again with Sandsteer Storm, but they are swapping into their own Zygarde, catching a crunch. Okay, sounds good to me. This is exactly what I was talking about, and where we're going to be able to actually make use of Outrage here up against their own. So we're going to go for it. How much is this going to do? They're not expecting this. Wow. There you go. Now that's some damage. I like to see that. Now they're definitely going for another crunch. And at this point, I think I might be able to just farm them down, and we actually have a crunch ready to go. We're just going to throw that immediately here. I don't need to get to no Outrage. And they're bringing in their Landorus. I don't even know if I would have been able to make it, probably, but it doesn't really matter. Bringing in the Palkia, of course, because we're going to be able to just take these hits here, and they swap into a Dialga. 2 shields to 2 shields. This is a wrap. As you can see, look at Excadrill is cleaning off his claws. He already knows it's over here. We're going to go ahead and shield this up and play the game. Okay, going for another drill run. I mean, this thing is just... It's a great investment because, as you can see, amazing here, doing so much damage to everything. You can't take a hit, but also it was very good to go up against the Dialga raids as well. This thing was really putting in the work, especially along something that's getting the boost for it, Omega, so probably usually Groudon. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and hit this Aqua Tail here and take the win. Actually, we don't even hit any of the bubbles. We didn't need to. Next game and a new day. We're met with Dialga. Let's see what we have going on here. This thing is... this is a shame I didn't get a good one. I want to power one up, but I'm not going to invest in mediocre IVs for all of that money I spent on this damn thing. Not until they come out with bottle caps or something like that, because if you can fix their IVs, then obviously that's going to be worth it. But otherwise, no, I'm not even going to take that risk. Plus, I don't even think any of the ones that I caught have the move Spatial Rend or Roar of Time. Any of the good IV ones? No, I don't think so. Otherwise, I probably would have still made that investment. Also didn't get a shiny. Did over 80 of them. Unfreaking believable. Probably like around 100. I don't... It's like... I know. Rambling about it, but just so annoying. Okay, and close combat. What's going on here? We're not looking good. We have that fairy back there, Xerneas. So they're bringing in their own Palkia. We get to another drill run. They shielded up the first drill run, and they'll probably let that go. They don't really need to shield that up. Excadrill just putting in the work. Let's catch an Aqua Tail with a 4 times resisted Palkia, and we do. That was very satisfying. Farming them down. We are shieldless at this point, up against a damn fairy. Can we pull this off? Or are we going to take another loss up against Xerneas, the slayer of this team, quite literally, because close combat, the freaking fairy charge, spacing it out. I don't know why the hell, are both super effective to all my team. But we get to the drill run. Excadrill holding it down. Let's go. All right. So yeah, if I stumble on my words or something and I feel like I should have retake that, should go back and redo it, I'm just going to keep it rolling here unless I make a massive mistake, because I already made it up to 25 minutes and my commentary just disappeared into thin air. All right, so we're up against the Palkia itself. All right, so Spatial Rend will be doing a hell of a lot of damage, even for the Zygarde here, so we got to be careful. But how it's going to work is they're not going to be able to get to it, so this is just an Aqua Tail, and we are actually going to be able to take this win here. Which is pretty nice. Oh, never mind. I miscalculated that. Never mind. I'm an idiot. My bad. They use 2 shields. That's why. Okay. No, I guess I'm not an idiot. Never mind. Yeah. Well, all right. Well, they're shieldless now. Bringing in the Excadrill. It's going to get a little tricky here. We're going to bring in the Palkia. And unfortunately, they've lowered my attack. But it's a ho-oh. Okay, so we're massively resisting the fire. But they still have Brave Bird, which is going to do a lot of damage to us. I think it might even KO us at this point. I think we're going to want to shield this up. Yeah, Brave Bird. I wanted to farm a little bit more, but my counting was off, so forget it. I'm just going to take them out. A Sandsear Storm will take us out, but we get to the Aqua Tail. Will this be enough? They did drop our attack, and it is. Let's get it. All right, next game, what are we going to see here? A Kyogre. Okay, we'll take this here. Better to be in this spot than up against Excadrill or something like that. Although we do have the Palkia in the back that's going to love to see these Kyogres here with that massive resistance. All right, so we're just going to start throwing these crunches here. Even if this is an Origin Pulse, all right, just a Surf sounds freaking great. This is, of course, going to be another Surf here, and should be able to win this matchup unless they shield up. Well, of course we'll win this matchup unless they shield up. And down they go. Good. Zygarde. This is why you put all your rare candies into your Zygardes. Okay? If you have a decent IV. If it's a bad IV, the choice is yours. You can see my bad IVs here. So, yeah. And it is going to be a Shadow Ho-Oh, hitting them with an Outrage there. And they are swapping. They do have an Origin Dialga. Getting to the drill run immediately. How much is this going to do? Oh, they're shielding it up. So we have 2 shields left, and we're actually going to obviously shield this up too, so we can take them out. Oh, we call it. That's crazy. Every time I say it beforehand, it's always the opposite. What the frick is going on here? Is this the Matrix something? What was crazy? Literally, if I open my mouth, it's always the opposite. It's nuts. I'll just keep on looking at it and calling it as I see it. Oh my gosh. All right, going for the Aqua Tail up against this Ho-Oh here. Not enough to take them out, but one more Dragon Breath does the job. Next game, we're leading with Zygarde the entire time. Met with a Palkia. Love to see this here. Not too many shinies here. Not too many shinies out here. What's going on? Did not too many people get the shiny, or at least a good IV with the move? That's the problem, right? It was like a triple combo thing that you had to pull off. Freaking get through 3 hoops. First, you had to actually, you know, get one, and then you had to get the move, and then get good IVs, and then maybe even get a shiny. It's like, oh my gosh, stack on stack on stack on stack. If you went down Palkia and got a good Dialga with its signature move and shiny, or you're consider yourself lucky, or vice versa. Okay, it's nuts. In a weird way, look, I know, I know a lot of you are gonna roll your eyes and be like, "Are you serious?" But in a weird kind of way, I kind of like those hoops sometimes, not all the time. Okay, just a little fun game. I know it's revolving around money, but now I'm rambling all about this. All right, so Dialga, we're gonna go ahead and build up to the Outrage. I think I'm gonna let this go. Okay, I was gonna say Shield. Of course, I was gonna let it go. All right, let's see. Get a shield. All right, we're getting a shield out of him. Great, great, great. Getting to the crunch. Now, I know I said probably let him farm you down, but looks like they're trying to farm me down, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw, and of course they are at this point. So what we can do is bring in the Excadrill, and we'll shield this up and then just farm them down here. And we'll come out of this with a good amount of energy there, going for the Draco. And we will be able to hurt quite a bit of things with this move combination, as well as being Shadow here. Giratina, yeah, we're still going to do a lot of damage. But yeah, definitely all neutral. Using their last shield, swapping into our Palkia here. I think we're going to want to let this go. We'll let it go. It's no problem. Shadow Ball doing a decent amount, but that's okay. They do have a Mewtwo Spatial Ren time. We don't get it off too often, but when we do, it is very satisfying. And it looks really cool too. All right, so we're going to shield this up. We do have no more shields left. Farming them down. Getting to the Aqua Tail. Oh, no. See, I'm tired. I told you. Spatial Ren, super effective. Taking out the Giratina. Let's go. All right. Pegasus putting in the work over here, folks. There's a lot of things you can call this. This is actually a really fun Pokemon to pick a name for. I kind of didn't get too creative. I almost wanted to change it to Centauromon. That's actually a Digimon. What do you call these things? The man and the horse. Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, it's in the game there. Also, the thing from Mortal Kombat. There's a boss, forgot what that's name was. I remember Goro, the forearm thing, but then there's also a horse. That thing was it was easy to beat him. There's like a way you can like duck and then keep uppercutting him. I remember doing that as a kid. I was like, this cheap ass boss. All right, anyways, back on track here, going on a ramble, but I know you all like that, especially when we have long videos. And keep talking about the commentary, and then he throws it in. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? Hey, we got a shiny out here, folks. We got a shiny on deck. Let's go. Going for the Spatial Ren. Will we land it? No, of course we don't. They shielded up. We have 2 shields up, but that's okay. This is the way we played it out. They have a Palkia back here, getting off this drill run. All right, one more. We'll take them out. Come on, let's go. And now that Dialga is screwed. It is out. You might as well just back out. We have 2 shields. There's nothing you can do. Unless you want to just get the shield and say, you didn't 2-shield me. Don't worry, I get petty like that sometimes too. Or maybe they just want to hang out and play till the end. See, can't put words into people's mouth or judgment there, I suppose, for random people. Okay, so drill run. Oh, they back out. I mean, yeah, I would too. I mean, you're good. They wanted to get both shields. Okay, they did. They did. They wanted to be petty. Okay, next game, Palkia. All right, up against Zygarde. Let's go. Just gotta go for the crunch. Yeah, we don't need to build up to that. If we drop their defense, and we usually get a shield. But if you drop the defense, that much better. Spatial Ren, calling it. Now, if you let that go with your Zygarde, you will take a lot of damage. That's something you can't really just tank. Okay? Yeah, you can't just tank it, so you're gonna have to call that or shield it up. We'll let this go. Aqua Tail, no problem. And I don't know if we'll get to a crunch. Probably not. Never mind, Landorus definitely will. But on the bad side here, they're going to be able to get a decent amount of... Well, they have no more shields, so who gives a damn? All right, bringing in the Palkia. Right, and we're going to get to this Aqua Tail. They might be able to get to 2... Oh, Stone Edge, okay. Sure, suit yourself. Sounds good to me. Going to go ahead and throw that Aqua Tail here before they get to the Sancia Storm. And we still have... Oh, got some Ho-Oh in the back. That's a wrap. That is a big wrap. All right, Aqua Tail swapping into Excadrill. Getting to the... I just wanted a little guy to have a little fun here, so we'll just go ahead and throw it in to take them out with that Rock Slide, and we're taking the win. This could be a bad situation if they have shields with their Excadrill Shadow. Another Landorus in the lead. Okay, we'll take it. This is no problem at all. Actually, this is a very motivating lead, to be honest with you. I'm not going to tell you all the ones, but it's pretty obvious. The really good ones here. So... gonna go ahead and let all this stuff go. Just keep hitting them with a crunch. If you're thinking, why not just go Outrage? I don't want to risk going for the Outrage, using the extra energy that it takes, and then also not being able to potentially debuff them. So yeah, eventually using a shield here. So just keep going, crunch. Drop that defense if you could. All right, so did you see that I have this new ultra fast charger? I don't know why I didn't get this years ago. I don't know what the hell. You know, I'm that kind of guy. If it's not broken, don't fix it. I'll just keep using the same damn slow charger the rest of my life until it breaks. All right. Anyways, folks, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Rambles and good battles. And we'll take the win here with the Excadrill, of course. Thank you for watching and take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!